everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Prepcast. Yosef Nasser here, and I'm pleased to be joined by Hylton head basketball coach Barry Smith, senior forward Dwayne Hill, and senior guard Chris Mansker. Gentlemen, thanks for taking the time to join me this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, I'd like to start with you. This past weekend, your team won the VA State quarterfinal game against Madison and the VA State semifinal game against Western Branch. I'm wondering, what has this past weekend been like for you as a coach?
It's been exciting. You have to wait till Saturday to play. I wish we could play sooner. I'm real anxious. But it's been exciting. The student body and the staff at school, they've been real supportive, and so it's been fun.
A quick follow-up question to that before we throw it to commercial. If I had told you at the beginning of the season that you guys would be playing for the state championship in the month of March, what would you have said to that?
Wow, that's a good question. Our goal every year is to try to compete for a state championship, but we got off to a slow start and only having 2 returning guys. So as you said that, I probably would have asked you what crystal ball you was looking at. But, it's been a great ride. It's been a fun season. And hopefully we can get one more.
We will certainly see this Saturday. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll bring it back to Hylton head coach Barry Smith and his 2 players, Dwayne Hill and Chris Mansker. Stay tuned.
It's the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge. This year's event welcomes the area's best public school basketball players for an action-packed day of showcase basketball. This year's event will welcome the top seniors from Fairfax, Loudoun, Arlington, Prince William counties, and the city of Alexandria for a series of all-star games, a dunk contest, and a three-point contest. Underclassmen will also have access to a developmental clinic hosted by our friends at Evolution Basketball. And just like last year's event, you can watch the games streaming live right here at DMVSTREAM.com. As the title sponsor of the event, we'll provide you, the viewers and fans, the exceptional state-of-the-art coverage you've come to expect from our sports broadcast group. As the Mid-Atlantic's #1 source for live sports broadcasting, DMVSTREAM.com will broadcast this year's event live and free of charge to computers, tablets, mobile devices, and we'll make the replays available on demand and through local cable television. The broadcast will include 5 HD camera angles, instant replay, graphics, live scorings, and stats, as well as a 15-person crew including play-by-play voices, analysts, sideline reporters, and so much more. DMVSTREAM.com produces live broadcasts for professional, semi-pro, and amateur sporting events, as well as colleges, universities, high schools, AAU, and youth tournaments and organizations in the Mid-Atlantic. We're excited to be the title sponsor of the DMVSTREAM.COM Nova Challenge. We'll see you there.
Hello, everybody. We're back on the Prepcast with Hylton head basketball coach Barry Smith, senior forward Dwayne Hill, and senior guard Chris Mansker. Dwayne, my question for you, you really excelled this past weekend. After a comeback win in Madison where you had 18 points and 7 rebounds, you go out the very next night and drop a season-high 31 points to go along with 8 boards. I'm wondering, why have you been able to have so much success in these past 2 games? What's been the biggest factor for you?
My biggest factor has been that my team told me I needed to step up since I've been slacking this past weekend. And they told me I needed to lead the team, and I put the team on my shoulders.
And Chris, you've hit a number of big free throws over the weekend. In the Madison game, you're the one who knocked down 2 clutch free throws to make it a 3-point lead, which Madison couldn't come back from after you guys came back from a 13-point deficit. What was going through your mind when you were at the line in those big moments?
Just making those free throws. I really had to focus, I know my team was counting on me to do it. During practice, we always mess with each other during free throws, trying to get somebody to miss. So it's not like it was my first time being up against a live crowd or anything. So I just focused and knew that I had to make these for my team.
Coach, for those watching who may have never seen Chris and Dwayne play, what do these two young men bring to the table on and off the basketball court?
Good leadership. Dwayne's been a 4-year varsity player. Chris has been a 3-year varsity player. Consistent. They work hard on and off the court. They're both great students. They're fine examples, fine role models. And, it's been a joy taking this trip with them. They took a brunt of a lot of so-called, you're not going to be able to do this year with the team they were part of last year. So for these two guys to step up and get the other guys to buy in and say, we can be just as good as anyone else in the school, it's been fun watching them getting their teammates to believe in what we could get accomplished.
Dwayne, one thing I've noticed about you, I've seen you in person a few times, it's that you provide great rim protection even when you're not necessarily always blocking shots. Is that something that you've developed over time? Where does that come from, those defensive instincts?
Those defensive assignments I learned from my coach when I came to high school. He told me that I should always get outside because you should always have your guards back here and there. So you should always be in help defense, and in case he gets beat, you always get it back in there, point guard up.
And Chris, you have a lot of responsibility on this team as a ball handler and distributor on offense, but on defense you have the strength to guard post players. Can you talk to me a little bit about your versatility and how Coach Smith is able to employ that to help your team be effective?
Being younger, I used to always be bigger than the kids that I was playing with, so I was always playing in the post. But as I got older, I wasn't as big as the other one, so I had to transition into being a guard and stuff. But I still had some strength and size to me that allowed me to still guard and play with some of the post players to help my team out in case I needed to.
Now, Coach. Oh, sorry, Chris. Continue.
And my coach is just taking advantage of that. And, sometimes we need to play small ball, but I still need to guard a big. I could do that if we needed it to.
Now, Coach, you guys play Woodson this Saturday. They've got some great shooters and scorers in Jason Agner and Matt Urbach. How do you contain these guys on the perimeter?
Well, you just got to try to make the shots difficult for them. They're going to shoot the ball. You just want to be as close as possible. Agner can shoot the ball from about 30, 35 feet. I watched them shoot the ball from beyond the volleyball line. They're both great shooters, so we're going to have to just try to do the best job we can and just try to make it difficult. They're going to make some shots. We just got to make it difficult for them.
Dwayne, you'll be matching up against Nate Spurlock. He's 6'7". He's more of a perimeter big man on offense with his ability to pass from the high post. He can shoot a little bit. How do you impose your will against him and Woodson's other perimeter players in this upcoming game?
Well, against him, I just have to contain him and keep him from under the average and do what I got to do.
And final question for you, Chris. You're both seniors, you and Dwayne. How important is it for you guys to finish your senior year the right way with a championship win as state champions?
It's very hard, but I'm looking forward to it, because being with seniors and being in the state championship, everyone's counting on you to keep the team together and to push through it. And it's a lot of pressure because, before having people like Jerry and Josh and stuff, they were the ones that had most of the responsibility. Now it's on us.
Gentlemen, Coach, Dwayne, Chris, thank you all so much for joining me. Best of luck in the championship game. Looking forward to seeing what happens.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much.